Okay, so today I'm going to be doing day 4 of the 30 videos in 30 days. And of course, today is July 6th, 2011. So I'm running a little bit behind, but if it runs over, as in it runs over a little bit into August, so be it. Or if I make more than one video in one day and upload them both, get back on track, whatever works. But not gonna stress it. I'm definitely still going to do 30 videos in this particular period of time. So Blue OTT Lisa, Blue Art Lisa, who is one of my favorite YouTubers to watch, posted the Great Eight tag, and so she's like, okay, I'm tagging everybody who watches this, and I watched it this morning. So I was like, okay, great, this is another good video idea. So I'm gonna jump right in and get to the questions. I wrote them down, so hopefully this shouldn't take too long. The first question was, what is one thing my significant other has said annoys them? Um, and I'm trying to think if there are two things that kind of come to mind, but I think one of the ones that has been consistent. I mean, I'm now married, so um, had one significant other for quite a while now. But the one thing would be maybe sometimes my indecisiveness, and it comes out a lot sometimes. Like for example, when we go out to eat, or we're trying to decide what to do, what kind of activity, and I'm very indecisive, not let's do this. And I think that's probably the one thing that maybe consistently has come up. I mean, it's not really like a big deal because I'm getting better, but that did come to mind. The second question was something I have eaten and will never eat again. And of course, when I was watching um, Blue OTT Lisa's video, I immediately popped into my head eel. Actually went to have sushi once with some friends and had an eel roll, and you know I won't use the adjective I really want to use to describe it because there are people out there who eat it and enjoy it, but I did not like it from the taste to the texture. And it was cooked. Um, I will. I'm gonna pass. Really gonna pass on that. Like it would have to be like I eat how food looks very important to me. So maybe, in one of these days, if it comes to the table and it is prepared like maybe some way that's really appetizing, maybe, but as I know, eel off the list. Um, did not like that experience at all. Um, Self-inflicted accident. Okay, now this is a really funny story because when I was younger and I had recently got my driver's license, I mean, the accident wasn't on my body because I can't really think of anything self-inflicted that I've done to myself, really. You know, haven't done any crazy things like shaved off my eyebrows. Um, but I got into my mom's car and I was reversing out of the garage, or the carport rather, and I hit my dad's car. So, yeah, I used my mom's car to hit my dad's car. That was hilarious because like I was backing out and the alarm on the car went off, the car that was parked, and I was thinking, why is the alarm going? Like I was so totally disoriented. So yeah, that was funny. I think that's yeah, self-inflicted. Yeah. Um, Number four, did I fight in school? No. I never did. I went I I saw fights in high school. In prep school not so much. Um, Maybe with the boys, but in high school I saw them, but never ever participated. I think, that just wasn't my style. I don't think I was a coward really. I think it was more a fear of like I did not want to get hurt. Didn't want to get cuts, left with any scars for life. So no fighting in school at any level. High school, college, no. Not physically fighting anyway. Something that gives me genuine peace of mind. I think, no, I think, I love, for me, it's being away from hustle and bustle. And so, if I'm gonna say maybe a drive to the country, and in Jamaica that's like driving outside of corporate area Kingston, maybe driving to Montego Bay or driving to Negril or driving to St. Elizabeth, just just a long drive, and especially if it's scenic, so there is lots of vegetation and nice blue skies with big white puffy fluffy clouds. um that for me is just awesome, and it's God's handiwork, so it's just great to take that all in. So yeah, and I don't mind driving, long distances if that's what I'm going to be seeing along the way. So yeah, a long drive outside of hustle and bustle and into tranquility. Um, Number 6 was lie told to keep out of trouble with my parents. Hmm. I'm not. I'm sure there must be something, but like it's not coming to mind. Maybe it's buried so deep in my subconscious. So let me say, hmm, I can't think of anything, but there is this one particular instance where I when we were children, myself and my siblings, we used to stay up past our bedtime and watch soaps. And it was very funny to me when I got older and realized that my dad actually knew we were up watching TV because the type of windows that the house had and the TV was on, he would have known. So we would, of course, we'd be watching TV, hear his car coming, and we all would jump into bed, lights out. When the light was on, TV off, and everybody would act like they were sleeping for hours. Yeah, that's what comes to mind. But like I said, it's funny because now I know that he knew we were watching TV. He must have really had a good laugh at our expense. 7 was the worst way to break up with me. For me, I don't know if this like qualifies as a right answer to this question, although I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer, but for me, it would be a breakup without an explanation. So I think if you were just to, whether it is, write a letter, call me on the phone, say it to me in person, use a text, and not explain to me why it was you were breaking up with me in like total details so I could get it and understand, I would be, it would be cool. That really would be cool. I think that, would, that for me it would be a big deal. How you do it in terms of the method you use, neither here nor there, because that doesn't bother me. Of course, preferably it would be good to sit and talk about it face to face, but I think for me it's more of without an explanation, whatever method the person was to choose. And 8 and final, favorite thing to cook, or what, if I don't cook, what I like to have cooked for me. My favorite thing to cook, right now, I think would be groundnut soup, which is a Ghanaian dish that I learned from a friend. It has a peanut butter base with tomatoes. That thing is delicious. Lots of fresh, fresh spices, ginger, um, onions, garlic. It is wonderful. It's a hearty soup, and I mean, I usually cook it with chicken, dark meat, but you can cook it with goats, with beef, up to you. But that's like my favorite thing to cook right now, I would say. And in terms of having cooked for me is escovitch fish and festival, which is a Jamaican style fish. It's fried in really hot oil, very, very crispy, and served with bamis or whether steamed, fried, baked, or festival. And yeah, that's like my favorite thing to have prepared, and especially if it's I go out to the beach and have it, that would be perfect. So I decided to do this tag for two reasons. It serves as my day for, and it also allows my YouTube family to kind of get to know me a little better. So, of course, I'm going to tag anybody who's watching this. Um, Feel free to do it. I look out for those um, great eight um, responses. Yeah. So feel free. Go ahead. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.